So for today's video, we are talking about how to use the notes sheets that are in your class along with your video. So if you pulled up your folder for your first learning target, you should have seen that there's a cube video and a cube notes sheet. If you go to the cube notes sheet in Schoology, this is what you should be using to take notes with this video today. If you pull it up on Schoology, you'll see the notes sheet, but it doesn't really let you edit it or do anything else with it here. So you have two options. My recommendation is to click to download it. From there, you can download it to your iPad. And then if you have access to a printer and you're a person who really likes paper and pencil, you can print it out and then you can take notes with each of the videos while you watch them. So you should be doing this before you watch videos in the future. Print out the note sheet and then have that handy with you while you watch the video. The other option is to download it and then open it up in Notability. Notability is a super, super awesome app that we are going to be using to make my videos so that you can learn. There's a few things about this. So each time that you see a video, I'm going to be taking notes on the same notes sheet that you have access to in Schoology. So if you don't have access to a printer, or if you prefer not to use paper and pencil, one method would be to download the notes sheets, put them into Notability on your iPad, which you should all have access to, either already installed or through self-service. Then you can take notes with me just by clicking in and out of the video, pausing the video to catch up on your writing. There's a few things I really like about Notability. One of them is that while I'm writing, I can zoom in. So it's kind of small on my screen right now, but I can say, okay, the cube problem solving method. If I'm going to write down the first thing, which every day the first thing we're going to write down is our learning target, I can zoom in so that it's a little bit bigger. And then I can say, I can solve word problems. That gives me a little more space for while I'm writing so that I'm not trying to fit it into these really thin lines with my stylus or my finger. Okay? So that's one thing I like. You can also change the width of your pencil. You can change what color you write in, highlight, erase, lots of things. You can even type if you would prefer to do that. There's also this button which lets you go back and change the last thing you wrote. So if you make a mistake, you can fix that. So each day in our video, after we write down our learning target, and again, as I'm writing on the screen here, you should be writing on your notes sheet, either on paper or pausing the video occasionally to go keep notes in Notability. The great thing about having videos to learn from is that you can pause and restart the video. You can fast forward and rewind. Second thing that we're going to write each time is your I know. This is what you already know about the learning target. So if you already know some strategies to solve word problems, you can say, I know how to, maybe you say, include units. You know that word problems have units that we're going to look for. So maybe you say that. Your I know is something that you write for yourself. The next thing is vocabulary. Most times there will be vocabulary. For this introduction video, we don't have any vocabulary because it's just supposed to be an introduction. But if we had vocabulary and I was going through it and you needed to pause and make sure you understood the definitions, make sure you had them written down, that would be another really good time to pause the video. So for this introduction video, we're just going to go through a quick method called the cube method for solving problems. Cube stands for circle the numbers, underline the questions, box in the important words, and eliminate unnecessary information. So here's my word problem. You're ordering whole pans of lasagna for a party. 1 pan of lasagna serves 8 people. You expect 52 people at the party. How many pans of lasagna should you order? So if I was going to solve this problem using the cube method, and maybe if you were watching this at home, you would want to pause this video right now and try to solve the problem yourself and then play it again and see if your solution matches mine. Otherwise, if you're really not sure how to solve it, maybe you just keep watching it through the problem. Okay? So the first step in my method is to circle the numbers. So I see the number 8. I see the number 52. Next, oh, and I see the number 1 over here actually, okay? Next is how many pans of lasagna should you order? Boxing important words. I think how many, that's a pretty important word. Order is an important word. I think this word, 1 pan, is an important word. And then I think it's really important that it's whole pans. Okay? And then eliminating unnecessary information. We don't care that they're at a party. Okay? So I'm going to eliminate that. And so now I'm going to think about how to solve this problem. If I expect 52 people and 1 pan serves 8 people, I know that I want to do 52 divided by 8. Okay? So if I solve that like this, I know that 8 does not go into 52 perfectly, but I know that 8 goes into 48 6 times. That leaves me with a remainder of 4. What that means is that I'm going to need 6 pans plus 4 more pieces. Now going back to my question, it says how many pans should you order? And I put a square around here where it says whole pans. So I know that I can't just order 6 pans plus 4 more pieces. That's not going to work. So I'm actually going to need for my answer to the question to be 7 pans. Okay? Again, if I had been taking notes on a separate sheet of paper or in Notability separately, I could pause the video here, double check and see if I have an answer that makes sense, or see if I can pause the video and recreate the work on my own. So that in general is how we're going to be taking notes. You can also include the date on your notes for whenever you watch the video, and that'll help you keep it organized. And then Notability will save your work in the app, so you can go back and look at it. Or if you want to be doing it on paper and pencil, then you could be taking those notes and putting them in a binder to keep them safe. We'll be going over this more as we continue to do videos, but this is our first step on how to take notes with the notes and the videos for each unit. Please let me know if you have any questions and have a great day.